Hey guys! Welcome to this complete walkthrough of the updated Crafters Toolkit. So once you've purchased the toolkit, we'll create an account for you and send your login details by email. Use the email address you provided during the account creation, along with the temporary password included in the email. When you log in for the first time, you'll see a quick welcome message. After that, you'll be taken to your dashboard. So the dashboard gives you a quick overview of what's happening in your business. Here you'll see your product revenue, subscription earnings, expenses, net profit, and current orders. If you scroll down a little, you'll also see what's coming up this week, your pending orders, top performing products, and a quick inventory summary. So any materials running low will appear here, making it easier to monitor your supplies and reorder them when needed. You'll also find a setup checklist to help you get started. The quarterly plan includes 11 steps, while the annual plan members includes an additional step for joining the crafters community. The first step is to make the toolkit your own. Click your name in the upper right corner to open the settings. Here you can choose your preferred currency such as Philippine pesos or US dollars. You can also change the toolkit's color theme. If pink isn't your style, you can choose purple, green, blue, red, beige, orange, gray, or black. Dark mode is available as well. This is also where you can upload your personal or business logo. Once you've finished personalizing everything, return to the checklist and mark this step as complete. Next, I recommend exploring the welcome guide and FAQs when you have time. These resources will always be available, so you can return to them whenever you need help or want to review a feature. Once you're done, mark the step as complete. The next step is adding your materials. This is important because the material library stores information about your supplies and allows the toolkit to track your inventory. I've already added a few examples, but you can create categories based on the materials you use, such as plain paper, photo paper, chipboard, binding wires, and laminating films. At first glance, the material library displays 5 categories. To customize these, click the star and select up to 5 categories to show as your defaults. If you have more categories, you can find them using the drop-down menu or search bar. You can also search for a particular material. For example, if you're looking for cinch wire, type it into the search bar and select it from the results. To add a material, enter its name and choose an existing category or create a new one. Enter the number of pieces in each pack and the price per pack. The toolkit will automatically calculate the cost per piece. You can also record specifications such as the paper's GSM, the thickness of a material, or the size of a wire. Under Finish, you can indicate whether the material is matte, glossy, satin, or another finish. For the unit, use the most appropriate description. Then enter your current quantity so the toolkit has an accurate starting inventory. You can also set a low stock alert. When your inventory reaches that level, the toolkit will notify you that it may be time to reorder. Finally, add the supplier or reorder link. This lets you quickly return to the original product page without searching for the supplier again. Once everything is complete, click Save. When you open a material, you'll see its quantity per pack and other saved details. The inventory tracking section shows how many units of each material you currently have. When an order uses one of these materials, the appropriate quantity will be deducted and recorded here. Materials that reach their low stock threshold will appear under the low stock section. Once your materials are set up, return to the checklist and mark the step as complete. The Print Hub stores information about your printers, ink, printing supplies, and templates. To begin, click Add Printer. Enter the printer's name and choose the type of ink it uses, such as dye, sublimation, or pigment ink. Enter the price of the color ink and its estimated page yield. You can usually find the page yield on the printer manufacturer's website by searching for your printer's brand and model. You'll need the estimated yield for both color and black and white printing. Once saved, the toolkit will calculate a base ink cost per sheet. This is only a starting reference. The final printing cost will depend on the paper size, print quality, and ink coverage. The Ink and Supplies section lets you store information about your ink and other printer supplies. When you need to reorder something, click the Reorder button to open the supplier link you previously saved. You can also log the purchase as an expense. The toolkit will automatically fill in information such as the date, category, description, and amount. Simply select your payment method such as Gcash and save the expense. It will then appear under Sales and Finance. This section isn't limited to ink. You can also add maintenance boxes, printhead cleaning supplies, and other printer-related items. The Printing Templates section gives you quick access to the Canva or Google Drive files you regularly use for printing. Add the link for each template. When an order comes in, you can open the template directly from the toolkit, edit it, save it as a PDF, and print it. This is especially helpful if you already have a large collection of files and designs, since you won't have to search through Canva or Google Drive every time. Next, we'll move to product costing, which is the heart of the toolkit. Before entering your costs, rename the costing tab based on the product you're working on. For this example, we'll call it A5 Notebook. Clear labels are important because each project's saved prices will later appear in your price list overview. Choose a material category, then select the material you want to use. The toolkit will show your remaining inventory and the cost per unit. Enter how many units you'll use and how many finished pieces that amount can produce. Your figures will depend on your suppliers and how much you paid for each item. Based on this example, the material cost for one notebook is approximately 50 pesos. That covers only the materials, so we still need to add the printing cost. Choose the printer, paper size, print quality, and type of ink coverage. For the front and back covers, we'll select A4 paper, best quality printing, and photo heavy color. The toolkit will display the multipliers used for print size, quality, and ink coverage. Click the information icons if you'd like to see how each multiplier is calculated. Enter the number of printed sheets, then add another printing entry for the notebook inserts. You can use the same printer, but make sure the print quality and print type reflect what you're actually printing. For simple lined inserts, standard quality black and white printing may be enough. Once everything is entered, the toolkit will calculate the total printing cost. Scroll down to see the complete breakdown of your material and printing costs. Overage accounts for extra materials that may be needed for setup, cutting allowances, or similar costs. This is optional. I especially recommend including a production loss allowance. This accounts for misprints, rejected pieces, damaged materials, and unusable output. Most projects produce at least a small amount of waste, so it's helpful to include a minimal percentage. The default is 3%, but you can change this based on the project. I normally use between 3% and 5%. If you don't want to include it, simply change the value to 0. The operational fee covers expenses such as electricity, machine usage, wear and tear, and maintenance. Some calculators provide a detailed breakdown of electricity usage, but I've kept this section simple. You can manually enter an operational fee based on the equipment you're using and how long production takes. For this example, the default is 10 pesos. Adjust it as needed for your own process. After including overage, production loss, and operational expenses, you'll see the adjusted product cost. I recommend valuing your labor at 100%, especially when you handle the entire process, from designing and printing to cutting and assembly. You're creating the product from scratch, so your time and effort should be included in its price. The percentage shown is only a default. You can adjust it based on how much you want to be paid for your work. You can create a separate costing tab for packaging and add that cost to the product. Remember to include boxes, tape, fillers, labels, and any other packaging materials. This helps ensure that these expenses aren't accidentally left out of your pricing. On the right side, you'll see the full cost breakdown and the total production cost for one item. The toolkit will also provide selling price suggestions based on different markup percentages. The default percentages can be changed for retail pricing, bulk orders, promotions, or loyal customers. As you enter each markup, you'll see the suggested selling price and estimated profit per piece. Once you're happy with the figures, open Final Prices. This section saves custom prices for the current costing tab. Different versions of the same product may have different production costs. For example, a matte notebook may cost a different amount to produce than a glitter or glossy notebook. The cost may also change depending on the number of pages. Create a separate price set for each variation and enter the correct production cost. This ensures that your reports show an accurate profit for whichever version you sell. For our first price set, we'll create an 80-page matte notebook. We can then enter separate retail and bulk prices. The production cost will be pulled automatically from the costing calculator. Review the materials assigned to the price set because these are the materials the toolkit will deduct from inventory when that version is ordered. Create another variation, change the matte film to glitter film. The toolkit will recalculate the production cost automatically. Then create a new price set called 80-page glitter notebook. Enter its prices, verify the assigned materials, and save it. We now have two price sets inside one notebook costing tab. The physical products price list displays all the prices you saved earlier. Choose a category to see the products inside it. In this example, we can now see our matte and glitter notebooks and quickly review their prices. To create another category, click Add Category, enter its name, and save it. The bundle pricing calculator helps you combine products and create an appealing bundle without losing sight of your costs. Click Add Bundle, name the bundle, and select the items you want to include. For this example, we'll add one matte notebook and one glitter notebook. The regular selling price shows what the customer would pay if they purchased the items separately. You'll also see the total production cost, which the toolkit uses to estimate your profit. Choose a bundle price between the production cost and the regular selling price. The goal is to give the customer a meaningful discount while still earning a reasonable profit. For example, if the products normally cost 345 pesos together and the total production cost is approximately 244 pesos, we might set the bundle price at 300 pesos. The customer saves 45 pesos while we retain an estimated profit of around 55 pesos. Once you're satisfied, save the bundle to the physical products price list. The discount and promo calculator helps you plan store-wide sales and promotions. Enter the product's original price, then choose either a percentage discount or a fixed amount. For example, applying a 10% discount to a 300 pesos item produces a sale price of 270 pesos. This is particularly useful for promotions such as 8/8 or 9/9 sales. You can also save notes about upcoming promotions and record promo codes for quick reference. The digital products price list stores your digital templates and their links. Click Add Template, then enter the template name, price, and Canva or Google Drive link. Once saved, you'll see the template's name, price, and link. If a customer needs the link again while you're away from your computer, simply click Copy and send it to them. This allows you to build a convenient digital product library inside the toolkit. The Customers section lets you save repeat buyers and automatically fill in their information when creating orders, invoices, and receipts. Click Add Customer, then enter the customer's name, phone number, email address, mailing or shipping address, and any relevant notes. Once saved, the customer will appear in your customer database. The order board tracks orders through each stage like inquiry, quoted, in production, ready, delivered, and done. On a desktop or laptop, you can drag cards between stages. On mobile, use the drop-down menu to move an order. To create an order, click New Order. If the customer is already in your customer list, select their name and the toolkit will automatically fill in their address, phone number, and email. Otherwise, enter the details manually. Next, select either an individual product or a bundle. Choose the item, pricing option, and quantity. The price will fill in automatically. You can also add the due date, follow-up date, discount, delivery method, shipping fee, payment status, and order status. For personalized products, I recommend requesting either a 50% deposit or full payment before moving an order into production. If a customer cancels after you've created an item containing their name or photo, you may not be able to sell it to someone else. Once payment is confirmed, move the order to in production. When the item is finished, move it to ready and then delivered. When an order reaches delivered, it is automatically recorded in your sales report. Once everything is complete, move it to done. You can review previous orders in the done section. If the same customer orders the same item again, click reorder, duplicate the order as new, update any necessary information, and save it. The toolkit also lets you create branded invoices and receipts. First, save your business information so it can automatically appear on new documents. You can edit this information anytime. Choose either the invoice creator or receipt creator, select your currency, and upload your business logo if you'd like to brand the document. Add the customer from your saved customer list or enter their information manually. Products can be pulled directly from your price lists, including individual items, bundles, and digital products. You can also add the payment status, fulfillment details, shipping fee, courier, discount, terms, and notes. The tax label and VAT rate are optional. Under payment details, you can add your account name, bank information, or Gcash number. When the document is ready, print it directly or export it as a PNG or PDF. The Sales and Finance section lets you record sales, track expenses, and see your actual monthly profit. Choose a date range, such as this week, the last 7 days, or this month, to view your product revenue, subscription earnings, cost of goods, expenses, profit breakdown, top products, and recent expenses. The sales log records both physical product and digital template sales. The Subscriptions tab is useful if you offer monthly memberships, recurring digital releases, coaching packages, or other subscription plans. The toolkit will notify you before a subscription ends so you can follow up with the customer or renew it on time. The Expenses section supports one-time, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly expenses. Click Log Expense. Then select or create a category such as advertising and marketing, packaging and supplies, tools and equipment, shipping, or subscriptions. Enter the amount, frequency, payment method, description, and any notes. Then click Save Expense. Purchases logged while restocking materials or printer supplies will also appear here automatically. When a material reaches its low stock threshold, the toolkit will display a warning. After purchasing more stock, enter the new total quantity you have on hand. The inventory tracker will use this number as its new starting point and count future deductions from there. Before marking the restock as complete, record how much you spent and log it as an expense. The purchase will then appear in the Expenses section under Sales and Finance. The calendar provides another way to view and manage your orders. Any order created on the order board will also appear on the calendar. Completed, delivered, and paid orders will be crossed out. You can use the calendar in two ways. Choose New Entry to create a reminder or client follow-up, or choose New Order to create an order using the calendar view. Orders created on the calendar also appear on the order board, and changes made in either section are reflected in the other. If you delete an order from the order board, it will also disappear from the calendar. The master sheet is an optional spreadsheet you can use as a backup or separate master list. Open the sample template, click File, and select Make a Copy. Setup instructions are included. If you already have your own master sheet, you can save its link in the toolkit for quick access. Please remember that the master sheet and the toolkit do not automatically exchange information. Data entered in the toolkit will not appear in the sheet, and data entered in the sheet will not appear in the toolkit. This feature simply gives you a convenient place to store and open the link. The final step is available to annual members who receive 1 year of access to the Crafters community. Go to Resources and select Crafters Community. From there, you can join the Facebook group and access the community page. Use the same email address connected to your Crafters Toolkit account. If you use a different address, the system may not recognize your membership and you won't be able to log in. Inside the community, you'll find newly released templates and a library of existing designs. You can also use the wish list to submit template requests and suggest what you'd like us to create next. And that completes our walkthrough of the updated Crafters Toolkit. I hope this helps you organize your materials, calculate your costs, manage your orders, and better understand the financial side of your creative business.